Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back with another young Indian, this time a first year BA student. Uh, really happy. Right now, we have with us Saksham Nagpal. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Saksham.
Thank you very much, sir, for having me on this platform. I've been following you from a long time now, and I really love this concept of Vidped and what are you doing here. I'm grateful to be given a chance to share my journey on this platform. And to all the viewers, if you are following, sir, and watching these videos, you're already on a great path of knowledge, and hopefully you learn something from this session too. To begin with my introduction, my name is Saksham Nagpal. I was a student at ARSD College, University of Delhi, but now I got admission in Hindu College and I'm pursuing economics there. Also, I'm pursuing CA, Chartered Accountancy with Economics. I just cleared my foundation in June 24 with distinction. Something not to brag about, we'll talk about in later part of the video. So to begin from the start, from my school journey, I have been a naughty kid in my school who was not so who was not so interested in studying. And we have that one backbencher kid in every class, right? I was that guy. So this was me till 10th class and just having fun in my school life, not serious about studying. Right. But
What were you
even
serious about?
nothing actually, but just having fun. Just like a backbencher kid
Uh,
having
all
fun.
right,
Just
good.
playing sports and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was me till 10th class, and we were the COVID batch, so 10th post didn't happen for us and were cancelled. So we passed just like that. And so more motivation not to study, right? So then COVID happened and it changed me a lot, frankly. As I transitioned into my 11th class, I took commerce with maths, was not so interested in art subjects, and was not able to get hold of chemistry and physics at that time, but now I like it. So took commerce with maths and I changed my friend group and changed the peers that I hang out with. And I'm true believer of the line that you become like the type of people you hang out with. They are one of the reasons for what I am today and how I am as a person. Uh, Truly grateful for them. So talking about another thing, there's this mindset of me that got developed in this COVID time that I want to be the best in what I do, right? So I started studying seriously in 11th class and 12th class, and I was completely into it. I was beating the students who were topper from second grade, third grade, and was at par with them, got in the good books of teachers, and was one of the toppers in my school.
Mm.
Uh, One thing I would like to talk about and even get your opinion on this. So in 12th class, there's this race of scoring 100 marks in boards. Like not scoring 95, but just for three-digit mark. And I was in the race as well. So do you think this race is a healthy race? And is it even necessary for a 70-year-old kid at that time? Maybe for JE, for a science student, or now 800 out of 800 in your COET. First, let me tell what I think. Then
Yeah,
maybe sir can, with his
sure.
experience of
Okay.
years, tell.
Yeah.
So, what I have observed from my peers as well, no one liked it. Ki, why to work so hard? Ki, matlab, who will ask your mark sheet in after some years and that type of
Mm.
conversation, and it will not matter. And why do you want that only that 100 marks? But I guess if not, it's not about the marks. It's about the journey you experience. Like I also remember I was in a coaching center of my mathematics, and the
Mm.
sir was like completely into it. You have to score 100 marks, and 99 is also not good. You want that three-digit number. Then that's something good. And I followed sir like blindly, and now I think it doesn't matter that much ki you get 100 out of 100 marks or 800 out of 800, but that journey of 1 year, the dedication you put in, the persistence, the consistency
Mm.
changes you a lot. The journey you go through for that 1 year, you have that confidence that you can do everything.
Mm.
I was not able to get that 100 mark, but I scored 99 in accounts, 98 in maths. And just that was just because of that mindset. And I have that confidence now. Ki, yes, if I want to do something, I can do it. But what do you think about this, sir? which side are you on and what are your views on this?
Okay, first, let me say that in my times, the competition was much less. Okay. So there wasn't an insane pressure to get to 100. Okay. And in those days, nobody ever got 100. Okay. So that was also, but whatever it is, the rat, whether it was at that time getting 70 was like unbelievable. Okay. That's point is, are you aiming for the very top? The pressure was not so insane as it is now. So if you are going to aim for it, if you get it, then it certainly helps you to get into uh, colleges that you might be very keen to get into. And for your BA and your MA or whatever, MSc, IIT and all, unfortunately, that is very much marks driven in India. In other countries, it's marks plus your personality, what you have done, and stuff like that in the US. But in India now, it is all down to your marks. Okay. There's nothing else. There's no choice. So if you are very, very keen, then you have to aim to do very well. Okay. There's just no choice. But you cannot do it to the extent of hurting yourself. I've heard these days quite a few people talk about mental health. That was an unknown concept when I was young. Mental health, what mental health? You know, there's not an issue. There's no, but today, so you have to be very careful. Let me not be against marks, but let me caution that don't hurt yourself in the process of getting that 100. Don't let the pressure get to you. Okay? Because even if you don't get into, uh, say, the leading college, you'll still do well in life. Okay, I have now interviewed or talked to more than 500 young people. Some are young, some are doing PhDs, some are doing their masters abroad. No, not all of them got 100 in board 12th and 10th and so on, right? Anyway, now you have to take the entrance test. They all didn't get 100, right? They were not. So there's many paths to success, many paths to success. Getting 100 is one of them, but it's not the only path. It's one path. And if you don't get time to develop yourself and to learn many different things, and as I say, most importantly, learn how to learn on your own. Getting 100 with the coaching, you are not learning anything. You are just cramming what your coach is telling you. But the most important part of life these days is learn to learn on your own. Because the world is changing every day now, not every year, not every 5 years, but every day. And every day you have to learn new things. You have a job, you're going to be outdated in 5 years because the whole new thing will come. Like now, today, we are all scrambling to learn AI, right? Now, you think, okay, you learned it, but now 5 years later, something else will come. You have to learn that. So learn to learn on your own. And number two, at least in college, as you rightly said, have good friends. And number three, do enjoy a bit. Okay. So
Right,
this is very important to have good friends who will last you a long time and to have quite a bit of fun because that age won't come back. So yes, if you can manage to get 100 with friends and fun, do it. But if you can get only 98 with good friends and good uh, all-round development, especially you are in Delhi, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of societies, lots of things to do. And then don't sacrifice those. Very
rightfully said.
lucky. You're very lucky to now be in Hindu college. It's got lots of societies, lots of smart people, lots of friends, lots of opportunities. If you just keep your nose in your book all the time, then you are getting only 1/3 of college.
Agreed, sir,
Okay.
completely.
All right. Enough from me. Let's continue.
rightfully said, sir. I guess knowledge should be the priority, not just reading over the books like to score marks. Obviously, you can do both, then that's the best. But okay. So in my journey, then came CUET. CUET was happening the second time when I came. So the choice was of choosing your preferred course first. What do you want to do? Everyone was asking that in my 12th class. So it was a pretty basic decision. I like maths and economics a lot. And I've heard from seniors that econ is all about that. So that was a perfect fit. I didn't want to do any other courses. BCom was all in my mind, but I thought BCom would be a very general thing and I could learn that any other way. But economics would be, at least I would be learning very deeply about what is happening around me and how is that happening. So econ was the right fit. So I was aiming for that. But I was still in that mindset ki I want the best college. But not because lower colleges are bad, but the crowd and the people you get there is completely different, and I value that. Because the type of people I want to spend my time with really shaped me a lot, and I was in that mindset only. And the society culture, the environment is all is what about DU is, right? We need that active society, the active culture, the people you are hanging out with. That's all about DU, because DU is not about ki you are just there to score marks, as you said. You want that extracurricular activities and having fun with friends, learning new things about life. That was in my aim. And till now, in my 12th class, I complete my boards. Didn't have any mind of pursuing CA as well. But before getting into it, uh, any views you would like to share when you hear CA with eco? I guess we didn't hear anything. We never hear it. But pursuing chartered accountancy with economics, what do you think about it? Like in brief.
Well, in my time, it was not so unusual. In my
Okay.
BA econ class, at least 3 or 4 people were going to become CAs.
Okay.
So it wasn't unusual at all. It's a reasonably good combination. It makes sense. Because, as I said, you're learning to learn on your own. You are not being taught the CA stuff.
Right.
But it's a sure job.
Mhm.
Because if you qualify in CA and you get your articleship or whatever it's called, it's a short job. It's a dull and boring job, according to most people, but it's a short job. And
I
even
guess.
if it's not a short job, when you go for a job hunt, a job placement and all, people will notice that
Mhm.
you will say, oh, I did this, I did that, but they'll say, wow, this guy, he got his CA on his own. That means there's some spark there, some ability there. And it's a demonstration of that. And more than a demonstration, I think it's a nurturing of that spark inside you. So it's
Mhm.
great. I'm happy.
Thank you, sir. But like nowadays, it's just that you can do CA either via open college, like doing so, not going to college, or you can do BCom because BCom covers some CA syllabus, so it overlaps. That's easy. But for my case, I was never inclined to BCom ki if I can learn things in CA already, then why to do a degree of BCom? Because I already covered it all. So that's just a waste ki why I'm doing BCom.
Yeah,
And
yeah. This so I'm supporting you. That look, you have two paths, as you said, and both are fine. And
exactly.
actually, the path you have chosen is better because you are showing to the world and to yourself that there are things you can do on your own. And as I said, I emphasize learn to learn on your own.
Mhm.
That's the biggest learning you can do in college.
Exactly.
Learn
Mhm.
to learn on your own, not go through this coaching scheme all the time. Coaching is
Mhm.
coaching, but you have to be on your own and you are doing it on your own, and you have my 100% support.
Thank you so much, sir. So, like a lot of students want to know कि भाई why CA with eco, but so I could dwell upon it a little more. So,
Wait, you could just as well be doing studying some African language with
mhm,
eco. It doesn't matter.
exactly, exactly.
It doesn't matter. The point is you are learning
Mhm,
on your own. It's not the
mhm,
combination. that's not the point. Point is the learning on
Mhm.
your own. And that is what matters, because in anything as you grow up, it's in the modern world,
Mhm.
your ability to quickly absorb things on your own is very important. So people who are fixated on a combination, they're missing the point. They're
Right.
missing the point. That the point is that you are proving to yourself that you can do things by yourself. Of course, not by yourself. It's because there are tutorials available on YouTube and there's all sorts of support material, but you can take advantage of those. So
Same, sir. Very
I
similar to
think
me.
you should tell people that it's not the combination.
Mhm. Exactly.
What it is that I am doing things by myself. And
You made it very clear.
that is the heart of the matter.
Mhm.
You are a starter. You are not a follower.
Exactly.
Okay. So you are proving the point that you are a starter. You are not a follower.
Mhm.
Follower means, okay, what's the right thing to do? Okay. Right thing to do is A plus B plus C. Okay. What you're saying is, no, I am doing X plus P. So why are you doing X plus P? To show that I can do X plus P,
Exactly, sir.
right? So it doesn't matter what they add up to. They don't add up to anything. But the fact is that they add up to a spark. When you look at the big picture, there's a spark there and an ability. Okay, let me not talk more. Let's continue.
So you literally like plainly said what I wanted to convey from my whole story. But yeah, so after 12th class, I was very clear कि I want to do a business after a stage or start a startup. That's very clear in my mind. So I go with this philosophy कि I want to gain knowledge wherever I can and what can I do. So I knew e-commerce is not enough. We need to gain more knowledge. Things are changing very fast. The environment is very competitive. And if you want to start something good and grow it at a big stage, you need to have knowledge. You need to know basically everything now in this generation. So I want to do extra courses which will help me in my future and my
Mm,
career journey professionally as well as it will add to my knowledge. So after doing all the research when I came in my college, ARSD, I was interested in two main courses, CFA and CA. So CFA was a course which is core talks about finance, and CA is something that covers everything around a business, what a
yeah.
business experiences.
Mm,
So then I made a decision to pursue CA, and I thought CFA could be done at a later stage, but CA is a long journey
mm,
and a very knowledgeable journey. So let's go for CA first, and CFA could be done at a later stage. So I didn't think how will I do it? Will it be uh, more difficult with eco? Obviously, it would be difficult, but
mm,
my gut was saying you will be able to do it, and it would be a tough battle and thing out of my comfort zone. So I went for it. A lot of people disagreed.
mm,
Friends disagreed ki why you are doing it. You can just do eco-honors. That's enough. That's a lot already. But I went for it, and hopefully it's going good now.
mm,
Cleared foundation with a good score, cleared economics also with a good score. So it was good. So that was pretty much about CA because it is difficult to manage it, but so more fun to be out of your comfort zone.
mm,
And the knowledge is immense there.
mm,
So no doubt in that. So then came the shift from ARSJ to Hindu. Uh, I was happy with my college, and ARSJ is a great college for sure. But there's this culture and environment that was missing when we compared it to the top colleges. Societies are not that active, the faculties are different, and these were the things I was looking for in DU when I was in my 12th grade. And not being able to experience it was not just fitting in my mind. I want कि भाई वापस तो आना नहीं है. So I wanted to experience it. कि if I am able to get a top college, then why not? So uh, CUET was happening in May, June, and the deadline was March end. And I just saw an article in the March end कि deadline is extended for 3, 4 days, and it just clicked in my mind कि यार let's give it a shot. And Or I wanted to give it, and I wanted that top college and to experience the life there. So I gave it. Uh, it was the time of April, May, June, this 24th. I was having my CUT exams, my SEM2 exams, and CA foundation paper. So these 2 months
Wow.
were completely exams. And when I decided to give CUT, like I have to do all the 12 syllabus again and revise that again. Then SEM2 exams of econs are itself difficult, a lot to do. And then CA foundation exams were there. So this was a bet I took. I knew I would be able to do it somehow, and I did. And but it was difficult, but that's what I like about it because it was fun as well. And the results came, I cleared, got into Hindu. That's what I wanted. And at least I personally now have a confidence that I can do something. And if I hadn't taken a decision that time, because that type of decision for an 18-year-old guy is very difficult because taking a drop and just leaving a college and going to a different college for a similar course and also doing CA with it, a big journey, a big step for a young kid, but took it, and I'm now in Hindu. Foundation got cleared, now preparing for intermediate, and now things are on track and going good.
Well, what's
It's
the drop in it? I don't see the drop. I just think that you were studying that year in a college, properly doing courses. So it's not a drop. It's just a very radical decision that even though I'm already in college, I'll apply again.
exactly.
And probably there are very few people who would think that, wow, I'm in college again, but I will take the same exam again. Now, I know in UPSC there are people who get into one service and they take the exam again. But this is the first time I've heard that somebody who was in college took CUET again. But uh, you decided you wanted to do it. I'm glad, you fulfilled your own self.
Till now, a lot of people started doing it because CUT just came, and earlier it was 12th board, so no one would think I would repeat 12th class.
No,
But now it's just an entrance exam and of students who are of from different states and are not so good colleges, who are not so active in societies and
yeah,
culture. They give CUT exam, and I have two, three friends, not friends now, but who just became friends who are from some different colleges and just gave CUT again and now in Hindu.
yeah,
And a lot of people are doing it now
okay,
because people want it and the vibe is different there. I
yeah,
can agree for that.
yeah,
And and I didn't have any hurry to go for MBA or get in the corporate world. I
yeah,
wanted time for myself कि I'll gain knowledge aram se, do CA.
hmm,
And economics honors is also a very good course,
hmm,
teaches us a lot of things too. So I
hmm.
will spend my time there. I'll get an extra year. Basically, I buyed an extra year for myself to gain knowledge and explore myself and experience that vibe of North Campus as well. So I went
Okay.
for it. That's
And
why.
how's the vibe of North Campus treating you?
It's great. It's great for now. Like the the vibrant the environment of Hindu college itself is very good. The societies that I wanted, it's an active environment or culture that's there in Hindu. The faculty is great. The way they teach, the interaction in the classes are very good.
Hmm.
So that's what I wanted, and I'm actually experiencing it. So what a kid like me could reject it? Why would I reject it?
Okay, fine. All right. How are you? Uh, what did your parents think of all this?
Parents, like was on my side, like do what you want to do, and it's your decision, obviously. But like obviously, like my brother has done BTech and is in tech side. So for them, hearing the word Hindu college is also a great thing, because they have heard their entire childhood and their journey. There are some colleges in DU, SRCC, Hindu, Stephens, who they are keep hearing about them. These colleges are doing very good. And to hear that their child also got into that,
Yeah.
so it's a proud moment for them as well. And
Okay.
my
All
brother
right.
also said,
Wonderful. Yeah.
thank you, sir. And my brother
What
also
did,
said, Mhm. Yes, sir.
go ahead. Sorry. Your
My,
brother?
my brother also said, in the long term, it doesn't even matter much if you take a drop or not, but the culture of the college and the societies do matter, and if you're able to leverage it and gain some knowledge from that experience, it
Hmm.
would be great in your long run. And
Hmm.
at least you would be satisfied from yourself. You'll get that confidence कि at least you made it to the Hindu college
Hmm.
and have some great peers with you who would
Hmm.
be there for your lifetime.
Hmm.
So why to miss the chance
Yeah.
and go for it?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Wonderful. Any tips you have for students in 11th and 12th now that you have happily cleared that phase?
Yeah, sure. So now students coming in 11th and 12th, the students who were science were thinking कि हम तो JEE देना, so they were not focusing on 12th. But now it's the same thing for commerce and science students, art students. We have now CUET, and 12th marks are not being judged now because no one is looking at the 12th marks now. But I would say to focus on a 12th marks because uh, the main same syllabus are being asked in the CUET as well, and now students are neglecting it because they think leave the boards, we'll just join the classes of CUET, and they'll teach us in MCQ how the questions are being asked in MCQ format, and we'll just learn them.
Hmm.
But that's not how it works. You need to understand the basic concepts in your 12th, and you'll be able to score good in 12th as well and CUET as well.
Hmm.
It's if you want to do the some famous common courses, BCom, BA, example, they are the subject criteria for them are your 12 subjects only, and just an English is an add which include vocab and all. So you have just to work for English, and you can do that in the last 3 months. You get time after boards and all.
Hmm.
So it's better to focus on your school exams and boards and gain that knowledge, understand the concepts you are applying in mathematics, economics, and BSc, because that are the concepts the course is built on. Because if you do eco, first year will be based on your 12th and 11th. How did you learn? The basics are same. And same for BCom as well. Some subjects are based on BST, accounts. So do your 12th properly. Don't fall in the trap of coaching classes
Hmm.
because it's students think it's a necessity to join classes. They just enter their 12th and leave it. We'll just join a CUT coaching and we'll do it there. But that's
Hmm.
really not necessary. Just focus
Hmm.
on your 12th exams, clear it properly,
Hmm.
and understand the concepts of the subjects, and you'll be easily able to clear CUT exams. They are very easy. And I cleared it in 1 month revision, and you can do it easily there.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Anything else you want to add here?
Okay, so this is some basic my journey. But
Yeah.
one question I would like to ask you as well, as you have passed from Stephens and then you went abroad for your studies, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So earlier, I would agree कि we have to go abroad because education was different there and the structure was very different. But at in now time, what do you think? A person should go for a master's abroad or do for MBA in India or any other course?
Well, first of all, the life in India has changed a lot. Today, you can get, if you are looking for a very good job, you can get a very good job without going outside India. Okay, it's not an issue. You know, I talk to people, young people who are 25, something like that, and they never went abroad. They are holding very good jobs in India. So that, I think that issue is now settled. But if you want a PhD, then if you can get a PhD admission abroad, it will be better for you because you will not only get a PhD, but you will see the world. You
Exactly.
get an international, just as you say, say you are from Kanpur, you go to Delhi, that's an experience. From Delhi, you go to Barcelona, that's another experience. It broadens your mind. You get to see people. It's not just the courses, it's who you are with and all that, like you say, the vibe. The vibe is so different.
Exactly.
You learn from that. So that's very good. And it can also help you get a job abroad.
Mm.
But if you are looking for a good job and you want to stay in India, then why? not just even in college placement. Like from Hindu college, you can get a good job. And
Right.
in the job, then it hardly matters that you don't have a master's degree because you will
Mhm.
have 2 years work experience by the time people finish their master's degree. And so you'll be ahead of them. And if you have the spark, then you will learn things on your own. So I think it's not at all essential
Mhm.
in any way. And it's not even, it's now become more a matter of choice and sometimes money because master's degrees often you have to pay at least part of it. PhDs generally you don't have to pay.
Mhm.
Okay, they cover all the costs. PhDs,
Mhm.
MBAs you have to pay, and nobody covers any of the costs of an MBA, or you have to take a loan or something like that. But otherwise, I think today, having listened to more than 500 people, many with jobs, they have good jobs.
Mhm.
But if in special cases, I have also talked to people who have got their master's degrees abroad, sometimes with scholarships. They come back to India, and it has broadened their mind and their thinking. But it's not at all essential.
Agreed.
On
I
the
guess
other
like
hand,
that.
as I
Mhm.
said, if you want a top level PhD, then we don't have it yet in India. I'm sorry, but we don't have it.
Okay.
Okay. But if you are thinking you are a CA, a CFA, you're not a PhD interested person. You're not an academic. You want a comfortable job or you want to do a good job. There's no reason to think of going abroad.
Mhm.
Uh,
Rightfully said, sir. Because in this time and like in due segment, uh, as a student gets into this second year, they are just completely into their MBA journey. Ki we have to clear that IIM to get the job. It's true, like not all the students are able to get the job from the UG degree, but just getting in the race to get that IIM tag is also not good because in school we just we just ratta ki pass ho jaye, but in college you are here to learn and to experience, and there as well you are just getting into that race ki we need that tag, but I don't know if it's necessary in the long run, but I guess the time is changing, and if you're able to get knowledge from different courses or study on your own, that would also match the MBA degree.
No, what matters is, the placement. The placement is
Mhm.
still heavily in favor. Companies just go to one top place
Right, right,
and
right.
go there. So if you are
Mhm.
there, you are luckier. Chances are better because they don't go to look everywhere,
Right.
right? But you can work your way up from anywhere. You
There are
can
multiple ways.
there are multiple options in India these days. You can work your way up from anywhere.
Mhm. Specifically about MBA in India and MBA abroad, I guess education is now at par. Like IIMs are having all the facilities and the way they teach are all at par with all the Ivy Leagues. But I guess the exposure, if someone wants it, if someone is doing just for a job in India, then IIM is great. But if you want that experience and that exposure of international and going there, broadening your mindset, then I guess it's good to have an MBA from abroad. If you are just doing it for the job, then IIM is great. But if you want to experience, then I guess abroad is better, according to the seniors I have from my word.
Yeah, I think so. But I think, the opportunities in India are more than enough.
Hmm.
IIM is really more than enough. And you can even get a job abroad with IIM. So
Right.
it's not really, if you are an MBA person and you get into IIM, you should have no regrets. You are on
Right.
a path to doing well.
The, the tag has a value now, and the companies value it.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the
Mhm.
truth. The tag has a great value. And more than just a tag, the learning in that institution, because all the students are the top students, the professors go much faster in their teaching,
Right.
and the demands on the students are also high. So you get a lot of training, which you will not get if you go to a place where the students are not of the similar quality. So yeah, it's not just a tag, it's a journey. The journey is harder or more strenuous,
Mhm.
and you are rewarded for getting that done.
Mhm. Rightfully said, sir. Yes.
So okay.
Mhm.
Anything else on your mind?
Mm, not exactly, but something related to MBA only.
Yeah.
Like few of my seniors, my friends as well, were like gave the CAT exam, couldn't clear the IM, the top IMs, but was getting options for tier 2 and tier 3 MBA colleges, but didn't went for it. They decided to give the CAT exam next year. And some could even not clear next year because it's not honest. Sometimes it's the luck factor. So what a student like that should do
Well,
because they want a job.
I honestly can't answer that question because I'm so out of touch with it. Better that I not answer that.
Okay. So like for a student, it's like they are not in a good UG college to get a good job because whatever happened in the past happened. But the CAT exam is like if you want to do MBA, it's good to go for tier 1 colleges. And if you're not able to get into it, then a student is stuck there because
Yeah,
you can't do anything because UG degree don't have your value and
yeah,
you're not able to get that MBA colleges. And
right.
most of the students are like this. That's why the unemployment rate are so high after UG.
Yeah.
I don't know for what to do for them, but
So yeah, it's a unfortunate thing in India that there's not enough jobs. That is certainly the case. There's not enough jobs. So
yes,
you have lots of people chasing just a few good jobs. This is a
right, right.
serious problem.
It's actually a completely different topic. And I
Yeah.
guess that's all from my side.
Okay, good. Saksham, thank you so much for being here. Maybe we catch up with you in a year to see how Hindu is treating you and what
Sure,
your
sure.
thoughts are now. Okay, so let's end it here. And I'll be back with another young person or an expert. Bye till then. Bye, everybody.